afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to the Hopkinton High School turf fields for Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. Tom Nappy alongside Peter Thomas from HopNews.com on the call. Joe Frackleton on camera. And this afternoon, the undefeated 8-0 Hopkinton Hillers take on 2-4-1 Medway Mustangs. This Hiller girls team red hot, fresh off a 3-0 win over Algonquin this past Tuesday, and that comes after 3 straight wins against TVL competitors on the road. And Peter, this team just cruising through the season.
Boy, they sure are. If the Hillers win tonight, Tom, they are going to clinch a state tournament berth, and that is 9 games into the season. The rules of the tournament are 500 or better, or the top 32 teams. Even if the ladies lost all the rest of their games, which I am certain will not happen, they would clinch a berth. Speaking about this team, the Boston Globe on Tuesday put out their revised rankings, and they put the Hillers at the number 2 spot in the state, just behind Bishop Feehan. Now, Feehan has a 39-1 goal differential. They are just pounding teams. And I think to Coach Skiba's credit, Hopkinton does not do that. When we go up on a team, we start to play our reserves, we move the ball around, we play possession. But, Tom, we spoke a little bit about this before the broadcast, and you made a good point about one of the flaws in the Globe's ranking system.
Yes. I think there's a couple of flaws. I think the fact that you got a private school like Bishop Feehan that can recruit, being ranked above a team that can't, and Bishop Feehan even has a loss. I think that's a flaw. I think the fact that Hopkinton can't recruit and the fact that they're undefeated and Hopkinton's faced tough competition, I wonder why Bishop Feehan would be ranked number 1.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think the Globe should handicap the rankings just based on the fact that they can recruit far and wide. But anyway, enough about that. We talk about the Globe. It's great to see the girls get the recognition that they really deserve. Being number 2 ain't bad either. Okay.
Right, and of course the important thing is the MIAA rankings, which we don't know yet. They start releasing those towards the second middle of the season. So about now, we should have them any week, the first rankings coming out. But it's going to be interesting to see where they are in those MIA rankings. And they certainly, if they keep winning, they're very capable of getting a 1 seed, which will give them home field throughout all the non-neutral site rounds of the playoffs.
Absolutely. I think that's what they're playing for right now. Getting into the starting lineup for Hopkinton, we have Nicole Tedstone and Joe DuPont at the forward spot. Georgie Clark drops to the 10. That worked really well in the last game, gave her a lot of room to move. Madison Recupero, our leading scorer, starts at the left midfielder. Marin O'Connor gets the start tonight at right midfielder. Nina Zuganatas at the 6th spot. Alex Clark and Juliana Gronsos at the center defense, and boy, have they been a brick wall this year. Finally, rounding out the defense, Sophia Zuganatas and Ashley McCann, finally with Ayla Chase at the goalkeeper spot. For Medway, the starters are Reagan Longval, the sophomore, at the midfield, Ava Miranda, a sophomore, also at midfield, Ellie Copeland, a senior, starting on the defense, Rosie Benedetto, a junior, at midfield, Delaney Condon, a senior, at the striker spot, Anna Sheedy, a junior, at the midfield spot, Megan Tompkins, a senior, at defense, Victoria Bullard, a junior, at defense, Ella Ruggeri, a sophomore, at defense, Sophia Gracefa, a freshman, at midfield, and finally Priya Bedard, a junior, at the goalkeeping spot. And this is head coach Ryan Elster's first season with the Mustangs.
There you have it, starting lineups. Cross TVL matchup. Hopkinton Hillers out of the TVL large. Medway Mustangs out of the TVL small. Should be a good battle. These two schools have a good rivalry against each other and typically play some close competitive games. Why don't we take a look at the TVL standings while we have a moment. Hopkinton Hillers very much in first place with that perfect 8-0 record. Medfield 5-1-0. Westwood 2-3-1. Holliston 2-4-1. Ashland 1-4-1, Norwood 1-5-1, TVL Small Dover Sherborne 5-1-0, Millis 4-1-1, Dedham 3-2-0, Medway just beat Dedham, they're 2-4-1, Norton 2-2-2, Bellingham 1-6-0, and there are your TVL standings. Well, Peter, even though this Medway team is 2-4-1, I'd say don't underestimate them. They've beaten some good teams this year, including that Dedham team.
Absolutely. They beat Dedham 3-1 just last Tuesday, which, Dedham they're a decent team. They always give us a little bit to think about. So yeah, I absolutely think that Medway can be very competitive at this game. I talked to Coach Elster at the beginning, just before the match, and he said, I asked him, what are your keys to the game? And he said, there's just one key, and that is deny Madison Recupero, number 10, the ball. Yesterday worked on their defensive shape a little bit, and we'll see if they're successful. No team has yet to deny Madison Recupero the ball, but maybe it happens today. We'll see.
Well, that means Georgie Clark will get the ball, right?
That would be a great alternative.
Annabella Demandis set to start things off, and we are underway. Medway in the white, working left to right across your screen. Hillers in their home greens. And a nice crowd on hand for a nice, beautiful Thursday afternoon. Temperatures in the 60s and just some great weather conditions for this battle as Recupero coming up the near side. Recupero trying to work the defender. Here she goes, sends it across. Georgie up top. Nina takes it. Into the box. Can she keep it in? No, just out.
Well, I looked like Nina was thinking, boy, I have a lot of time here. Maybe I should shoot it, but the ball was a little too close to her feet, so she turned it into a pass instead. One of the things Coach Skiba talked about at the beginning of the game, what he wanted his team to work on, was bringing the ball down to the end line and looking for that cross. Get the ball down to the corner. He felt like Medway, that's a bad collision there. Yeah, he felt like Medway defense maybe over pursues Hopkinton or their opponents, and he felt like there was an opportunity to get the ball in over the back, but also those crosses.
Pass up by Clark. Oh, Recupero trips up, somehow gets back to her feet and stays with it. And now it's going to go Medway's way.
Maybe she touched it with her hand down there on the ground. I don't know what the call was.
Surface out there after all the rain the last few days, and it's been misty during the mornings. Condon sends it up. Medway looking to approach, and just pulled down by Chase before Sophia Grafeka could get there. Nina sends it up to Recupero. Loose ball, and it'll go Hiller's way.
It's a foul on the play. Recupero already involved in kind of two physical challenges. It's interesting, the last game against Algonquin, there was not a single penalty called. I can't remember the last time I saw a soccer game without a single penalty.
Right. It's very rare. We've already had, two in this one? As Clark sends that towards the end line and out.
So speaking of that Algonquin game, the Hillers had a 9-minute possession advantage. It seemed like a lot more, but they outshot Algonquin 18-8. And they had 292 successful passes to Algonquin's 198. So the girls, this team, they really know how to move the ball around.
They certainly do. Doesn't get much more impressive than that. And you also saw Recupero knock in a couple goals.
Couple of bangers from distance.
She has a team-leading 9 goals on the season, and Georgie added a goal as well. She has 6 on the season. And 41 for her career goals. And speaking of Georgie, here she goes. Over towards DuPont, who will send it back.
Nice pass from Marin.
And this Medway team, they're playing pretty physical out there. I think they know that they have to try to beat the Hillers to the ball and can't give them too much space. And here comes Longval, trying to work her way up past Clark, and she'll send the cross up top. Nina brushes it forward. And popped up there by McCann. Recupero sends it up. Here's Tedstone. Looking for the give and go. Recupero just out.
So I think Anna Sheedy, who is guarding Madison Recupero, that's number 14, she has her assignment, and her assignment is get physical with Madison, because I've seen her chip away at her a couple of times already in the game.
DuPont. Here goes Joanna DuPont. Oh, just taken away. Good steal there by Ellie Copeland. Ellie Copeland, a multi-sport athlete from Medway, also plays basketball. She'll have the entry along the far side, the senior. Nina swinging a miss there. Getting in there, however, is Gratsos. Up to Recupero. Tedstone. Looking to send it across. Medway kind of crowding that middle of the field in the defensive zone. Nina sends it to the far side. Along the sideline, it's Sofia Zuganatis. Approaching. Into the box, up top, just wide by DuPont.
Good shot for Joe DuPont. Great drive from Marin O'Connor to stay on that and move through the defenders. Joe DuPont, she is just waiting for her moment. She has had, I think, 20 shots on the season, has yet to convert one, but boy, was she doing all the dirty work in that last game. She, against Algonquin, she was doing so much defensive work as a forward. I mean, she did everything to create those opportunities. So she's my unsung hero for the Algonquin game.
Nina with the corner. Sends it in. Out in front. And Medway just able to clear.
How did that not go in?
I think there was a couple swings and misses there. Did it go off the post at one point?
I don't know, but that was too, for the Hillers, they've got to convert those opportunities. You're not going to get a gift like that every day.
Coming up the near side is Domenico. There to cut it off McCann. Maddie trying to work her way through. She's denied by the captain, Megan Tompkins. And now Tompkins up against Tedstone along the near side. Recupero. Nice moves there, able to get it to Nina.
Medway is a much more physical team than the girls have faced so far this year. Already, we're only 7 minutes into the game, and you're seeing a lot of shoulder checks, couple of fouls. This is going to be a bruising game, and after the girls just came off a game on Tuesday, so they're already, they're definitely feeling it for the week.
Well, Peter, I did say Hopkinton Medway could be a good match. It usually is between these two, especially really in any sport, but especially on the soccer pitch or the basketball courts. Some really good matchups throughout the years. Along the far side, O'Connor sends it up. Gratsos. Some good back and forth along the sideline. Gratsos to Nina. Nina knocks it into Medway territory. Oh, DuPont tripped up. Call in favor of the Hillers.
So, in practice yesterday, it was mostly a recovery day for the girls because they'd had such a exciting and physical, or not physical, but just an exciting and energetic win against Algonquin. But
here's McCann.
One thing that Skiba had them working on was quicker passes, two-touch passing drills, because he knows that Medway pursues the ball well, and he wants the girls to make quick decisions with the ball at their feet. So, Tom, you were just talking about the combination play out there with Sofia Zuganatis and Juliana Granzos. That is exactly what Skiba's looking for, that kind of quick two-touch passing that they were doing out there. So we'll see if we can translate it to the offense.
Nina's going to tee it up and take the corner. Second corner of the game for the Hillers. And she'll send it out. McCann. She going to take it? Oh, denied. Nina comes in, takes it, and a defender in front of the net there to send it away. McCann looking for the steal. Sends it up top. DuPont sends it over. And stolen away by Medway. Medway defense holding strong up to this point. Sophia Zuganatis sends it up the sideline. Georgie over towards DuPont. DuPont takes it far side. Recupero. Recupero putting on the moves to keep possession.
Well, that was exactly Coach Ryan's key to the game is deny Madison the Recupero of the ball, but if you don't deny her the ball, make her go backward. And that's what you just saw there. Medway did a good job on that on defense there against Recupero.
There's Georgie. Sends it up and battling along the far side is Myron O'Connor. Ooh, trip up there. As Georgie Clark tripped up. That's going to be a call against Medway.
She's going to get a talking to.
A verbal warning for Anna Sheedy.
I think that's 4 fouls against Medway.
Yeah, you might see a yellow card come out if something like that happens again. Big opportunity for the Hillers here.
Well, you got Nina TZ behind the ball. I mean, we just saw her hit against Dover Sherborne. She hit from exactly that spot on the run, not on a stoppage. So, she certainly got the distance.
She might take the straight shot here. Chips it, and Hillers are going to have a corner out off of Bullard. Hillers taking it in from the far side. Clark with a nice move.
There's your shot.
And it's just wide by Nina.
That's what she should have done on the set piece right there, is just try to test the keeper.
About 11 minutes into this first half. Good back and forth battle so far. Aired out by Condon. Along the near side. Getting in there, McCann. Hiller throwing. Ted Stone able to work the sideline and send it over. Medway looking to take it up. Here comes Sheedy. She met up with O'Connor there.
That's a handball. Good job by Marin to break up that play. Nice turn.
Marin sends it up. Cleared back over by Medway. Back and forth we go. Ronzo's popping it up. O'Connor to Georgie. Recupero has some open space. Sends it up, Ted Stone. Back over to Georgie. Closing in. Defenders all over, still somehow keeping up with it as she fell to the turf. And Ted Stone coming in and gets a light shot off, and it's picked up by the keeper.
So that attack really started at the 50-yard line when that ball was set to go out of bounds, but Marin O'Connor saved it right on the touchline and brought it back into DuPont, who then switched it to Madison. That was a beautiful combination and build-up from the Hillers.
Priya Bedard sends it far side. It's Priya Bedard up against Ayla Chase, your goaltending matchup. Ted Stone looking for McCann.
It's good overlap from McCann.
Back to Ted Stone. Brushed away. And out of play it goes. Hiller's going to have a corner.
That is their 4th corner of the game.
We'll see if they can take advantage. Nina going to set it up. Sends it in out in front, deflected it back out of play. And they're going to do it again.
The Hillers are really missing Brooke Birtwhistle's height on those corner kicks. Brooke Birtwhistle out with a high ankle sprain. Hopes to return for next Thursday's match against Bellingham.
Oh, got through, deflected out, and somehow Medway able to keep it out of the net.
I'd say Medway dodged a bullet on that one.
Just completely snuck by the keeper.
Well, I think Madison had a dummy there too, and it even fooled the keeper.
Up top. And that's sent over by Alex Clark. Cleared away by Medway. Here goes Longval. Sends it over to the far side. Trying to catch up with it is Miranda. How to play it goes. Hiller throwing. Granzos. Sent up by Sophia.
That was funny. Sophia was like, could have gotten to it, and Nina could have gotten to it, and then Sophia looked at her sister and said, "You go get it." She's like, "Nah, I think this one's yours."
Nina sends it out. Trying to approach Miranda, and she's denied. Granzos gets in the way. Good turnover there. Back and forth in the midfield area we go. Along the far side. O'Connor sends it back. Granzos trying to move it up to Georgie, taken away.
It's a good win by Medway.
Along the far side it goes. Granzos up against Longval. And Granzos wins that battle.
You know, I could just record you saying Granzos wins that battle and then loop it every single time, because that is basically what you say every time she is in the middle of a duel.
She has certainly won quite a few of them.
Quiet, confident, just does her work every day. She's my MVP for the season so far. I don't get to vote, but if I did, she's my MVP.
I have to agree. She's like a stone wall on the defensive side, as there's a shot just wide.
She looks like she's walking gingerly too, which concerns me, but maybe she just took a little stinger there. Speaking of the Hiller defense, against Algonquin, they limited to 8 shots only with 3 on target. As I mentioned in the last broadcast, there is still no opponent that has had double-digit shots against this Hiller girls team.
That just shows you how dominant they've been. Medway looking for perhaps another one here into the box. Picked up by Chase. Miranda was able to give it a knock into the box. Good hang time on that one. Along the far side. Sent out by Medway. Coming in for the Hillers, Fotini Granzos and Anaga Kulkarni.
Yeah, good work for Marin. Good work for Nicole Tedstone. Now Anaga and Fotini will continue to apply that pressure.
Georgie. Some smooth moves there. Back to Nina. Along the far side, Sophia Kulkarni. Back to Nina. Approaching, gets under a little too high.
Yeah, but the right decision. Because, look, if they're not going to come defend her, all right, and she's got 10 yards to dribble, I mean, do it.
Might as well.
Do it. It worked. It works for Nina. It works for Brooke. It works for Madison. It works for Georgie. So if you could do it, do it. I will say, Medway's doing a pretty good job of holding Madison, limiting her touches, and limiting Georgie's touches. That's pretty impressive so far.
Georgie. Up top to Pont.
Good shot, Joe.
And just wide. Medway set to send it away. Good back and forth here, sending it up. Gracefa. Kulkarni sends it down. And gets under it, into the box. Still with it. Fotini Granzos sends it up. Georgie. And Medway able to avoid a goal there.
Yeah, Megan Tompkins, the senior, she's experienced, and she was not fooled by Georgie Clark. She read that one all the way and denied her the ball.
DuPont. Here's Clark sending it into the box, and it's wrapped up. I'll tell you, Medway actually met up with that Bishop Feehan team we mentioned in the pregame. It was an 8-0 Bishop Feehan win. As Medway approaching, and a nice job there by Chase getting rid of it. You had Miranda flying up the far side there. As that is going to be a trip against the Hillers as Benedetto tripped up.
Oh, I think Madison was just storing some of the previous fouls up in the bank, and she's like, let me give one of these back to you.
Yeah, she was heading towards the ball. I don't think it was anything malicious.
I like that win in the air from Ashley McCann, though. It's good to see that. Good to see that out of the Hillers defense.
19 minutes and counting left to go in the first half. Recupero looking to get rid of it, sends it up. Sent over by Fotini. Clark. Deflected.
Again, Tompkins. Megan Tompkins, 17. She's got good defensive intuition.
Longval. Well, you know, since the Hillers are the only team left undefeated in the TVL, everyone's going to have that game marked off on their calendar. And I think you'll see a lot of teams bring their A game.
I think Medway is still riding the high from the Dedham defeat too.
Yeah. Medway has had a pretty difficult schedule so far as Nina sends it up.
Yeah, but right now they are punching above their record, I can tell you that. The way they're playing the Hillers right now.
Sends it over Georgie. Good steal there by Rafika. Sent over by Georgie. Down by Granzos. Here's Recupero. Sending it up. Keeper ready for it. Gets rid of it before DuPont gets there. Some Medway fans along the sideline liking what they're seeing.
It was a good through ball from Madison to Joe, just a little ahead of her.
Throw in for the Mustangs. They're going to make a substitution into the game. Molly Johnson coming in for Sophia Gracefa. Sent back by Recupero, Dina. There's Alex Clark. Deflected there off of McCann. Into the box. Chase ready for it. Good hang time once again. McCann. Fotini back to Recupero. Looking for Granzos. Fotini. Closing in. Sends it across up top. DuPont. Gets it back to Nina. Now Recupero. Over to Nina. Here's Maddie. And popped out by Medway. Good defense once again by the Mustangs, and here they come up the far side, Longval. Granzos on the chase down.
Great win by Juliana Granzos.
I was just going to say, Granzos wins that battle.
You know, I feel like the Hillers are just a little timid right now. Sometimes they're shooting.
Well, closing in here. And a shot by DuPont and wrapped up.
They're shooting, but they're like they can't decide if they want to shoot or pass when they're in that 18-yard box. Like I thought Madison on that last one, you know, she saw an open Fotini there at the top of the box, but she could have ripped it from there too. So I'm not quite sure why they're not just pulling the trigger.
DuPont sends it up. Yeah, you're not seeing that aggressiveness so far that you saw in the Algonquin game.
Yeah.
Just under 15 minutes left to go in the first half. We remain scoreless. Hillers looking to threaten. Kulkarni swinging a miss there. Georgie able to catch up with it. Nina sends it back. Ratzos. Sophia Zuganatis deflected out by Medway. On the entry, Kulkarni popped up by Medway.
It also seems like those passes in the attacking third just aren't quite connecting like they normally do. In the midfield, they're doing well. Like right now, they're moving the ball nicely with each other. But when it gets to the attacking third, it seems to fall apart.
Clark sends it over. Chip shot, and it's off the side of the net by DuPont.
Slipped again, didn't she?
Yeah.
We saw that in the Algonquin game. Now, she scored when she slipped, so it all worked out. But interesting that I don't know if it's the shoes, if it's just the turf is a little bit dewy. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's probably slick out there. There was a morning mist, so maybe some of that has resided into the afternoon hours. Here's Fotini Grazzo, sends it across, deflected out. Over to McCann, Nina. Back to McCann. Ratzos, just able to keep it in. They're actually going to give Medway the throw in. That was indeed a bit of a late out of play call there. Condon sends it up. Can trying to burst through. Up to Fotini. Cleared away.
It's a good win by Alex Clark. Way to bring it down.
Medway doing a nice job continuing to defend the middle of the attack zone, not letting the Hillers have much room.
Well, I suspect that the Hillers are, at this point, not accustomed to the physicality that Medway is playing them with. And they're not quite sure how to react. I hope that Coach Skiba talks to him a little bit about that at the halftime and says, hey, look, you know, it's expect to get bruised up, but
Recupero. And she'll send it in. Georgie. Deflected out. Good defense by Medway. Recupero. Sends it over. Fotini back to Recupero. Able to escape by one defender. Georgie. Oh, deflected. Fotini sends it up. Looked like Georgie had a good shot there, but getting her body in the way was Ruggieri. Hillers trying to attack once again. Recupero. Back to Nina. Maddie is swinging a miss.
If only her leg were about 6 inches longer in that one. She's just like, get my toe to it.
Ooh. No call. As McCann was matched up along the sideline with Johnson. Both playing the ball. Good no call. Ratsos. Over to McCann. There's Recupero. Fotini. Looking for the cross there. DuPont.
1, 2, 3, 4 Medway defenders jamming up the middle there. Just jamming them up. That's why Coach Skiba wants them to get to the outside. Get to the outside because Medway's just going to lock them in the middle like all teams do.
And sent out by Medway.
So 30 minutes in, Tom, would you have predicted that this would be a 0-0 game at 30 minutes in?
I thought it could be I thought there was a possibility because I know how tough Medway could be at times, despite what their record is. And I think and I figure there was a chance both teams still maybe feeling each other out. But I guess if I was a betting man, I would say no.
Yeah, I mean, I would have expected the Hillers to have at least one goal at this point. They typically do by this point in the contest. So just interesting. I think, hey, Medway's playing well today, and the Hillers are a little disconnected. So we've got a timeout. They can make some adjustments.
We got a good battle out there. Scoreless game, 9:55 left to go in the first half. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. $9:55 left to go in the first half. Scoreless game between the Hopkinton Hillers and the Medway Mustangs. Medway battling hard.
Yeah, I overheard Coach Ryan telling him, hey, definitely stay goal side, telling his defense. I got to be honest with you, I don't see them not staying goal side. They're doing a heck of a job against that Hiller attack.
Tom Nappy, Peter Thomas on the call, Joe Frackleton on camera. Happy to be with you for this cross TVL matchup on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. As that's popped in the air by Condon. Towards the middle it goes. Header by Gratsos. Kokarni matched up with Longval. Sent up by Gratsos. Nina. Back into the Hillers zone. Oh, handball. We'll go Hillers' way. Nina.
All kinds of time.
Along the far side. Here comes Medway. Monero sends it over towards Johnson. Deflected back. Recupero. Back and forth we go.
The Hiller passes are just a little off today. They're just a little off. I don't know if the girls are tired or Medway's doing a good job of pursuing them, but they're just a little off. They need to settle down. It's all going to come to them. The game will come to them.
Condon on the entry. Recupero sends it out. I think the Hillers starting to step up the physicality a little bit.
It looks that way, for sure.
Recupero. Sends it back, Alex Clark. Up to Nina. Gratsos. Taking her time up the far side, chips it forward. Georgie. Airs it out, looking for DuPont. A little too much in front of her.
Come on, Green.
7:45 and counting left to go. Georgie puts a stop to it. Sent back. Here comes Medway. Not for long, says Sophia. Clark sends it over. Kilcarney.
Good dribble drive from Clark.
Recupero. Putting on the moves. Leaves it for DuPont. DuPont looking for the cross. Deflected out of play.
Boy, so Sophia Gracefa was matched up against Madison there, and you could see she was just staring at that ball. She was just watching that ball all the time because she knows how dangerous Recupero is and how clever she is with that ball. It was maximum concentration.
Another corner for the Hillers. What's that, number 5?
That is number 5.
Number 11, Nina Zuganatis will take it. And deflected out. They're going to do it again, this time from the other side.
Correction, our audience tells us that was the 6th, and this is now the 7th corner coming up. Thank goodness our fans are listening, Tom.
Yes, absolutely. Out in front and turned away. Nicely done by Longval. Got some good air under that one. Well, and you know the audience is always right.
You know what? Even if they aren't right, I'm just going to say they are because I appreciate them listening in.
Absolutely.
We got our fact checkers behind us here on the
Yes.
bleachers.
I was just guessing.
It's our statistician.
I think it's right, but I don't know.
Out of play along the far side. Throw in Medway. No correction. Throw in Hillers.
Joe DuPont getting a break. Nicole Tedstone coming in, back at the forward spot.
For Medway, Kaylin Domenico back into the game. Regan Longval gets a break. Mustangs trying to work the far side. Aired out into the box and picked up by Chase. Well, despite Medway playing well defensively, the Hillers are winning the possession battle.
Certainly seems to be the case.
Sophia Zuganatis up the sideline.
It's just connecting with that last pass. We just haven't seen that too much today. We're just not really connecting. I mean, in the back, again, in the back and the midfield, we're doing a good job. Up top, it's a little bit rough.
Georgie. Oh, nice move there, breaking some ankles.
Yep. Bailed out by Ellie Ruggieri, the sophomore defender.
Sent over by Fotini. Nina. Recupero. Back to Nina. Up top. Trying to squeeze in. Takes it. Picked up. Didn't get the power on that one she wished for.
Nina looking for a call there, but I think that Medway played her pretty straight up.
You could argue there may have been a trip.
Yeah, she recovered with the ball, but yeah, I think that mentally that took her out and she didn't get the power she wanted on that shot.
Knocked out of play off of Medway. Quick throw in by Fotini. Looking for Georgie. Just cleared out. And it'll go over to Medway as we approach 3 minutes left to go.
Nice throw in there, and Fotini gives chase. Looks like it's going to go out for another Hiller throw. Marin O'Connor coming back in to give Madison Recupero a quick break.
Sophia Zuganatis set for the entry. Georgie along the corner. Where will she go here? Sends it into the box. No one there. Cleared away. Along the near side, McCann matched up with Johnson. Johnson sends it over, and Clark is there to get it away.
Yeah, they broke that. The Hiller defense broke that attack down pretty quickly. I think Johnson was surprised to get the ball and then didn't quite have a plan for what to do with it.
Nino sends it up. Fautini. Oh! Think that was a trip?
I don't think so, but I think they just got tangled up in the ball. But I will say Fautini's done a pretty good job today of being physical, despite her size. She's a pretty physical player up there, and she's also had some nice crosses in the game. So I'm hoping to see a little bit more of that from her in the second half. Maybe we can get Joe or Georgie on the end of one of them.
We're under 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Off the entry. Kilcarney lost it. Gratsos. McCann.
Good recovery. Good recovery from Ashley McCann.
Along the far side, Sophia Zuganatis matched up with Cliff. It's going to go Medway's way. In the Hiller territory. Nice free kick. Into the box, picked up by Chase. Right towards midfield off of Georgie. Gratsos. Oof. Looks like some contact there. Along the near side, Johnson trying to track it down.
Good foot race there.
And that's the end of the first half. We are scoreless at the halftime break. Peter, it's been a good physical battle between these two teams.
It really has. I mean, this game is really playing out in the midfield right now, and it's shoulder checks and it's little, ticky little tips with the ankles and things like that. But really, the Hillers, they got to get back to their game plan, all right? And the game plan is move the ball around in short passes and create those opportunities and those chances in front of the box. And right now, Medway defenders, man, they are just doing a heck of a job bottling up Recupero, DuPont, and Georgie Clark. The Hillers have some adjustments to make if they want to come out on top of this game.
Well, it was a good first half, good back and forth battle, and we have another half to go. At the halftime break, Hopkinton and Medway scoreless. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. Welcome back into the Hopkinton High School turf fields as we are just a few minutes away from the start of the second half of the scoreless game between Hopkinton Hillers and the Medway Mustangs. It's been a good back and forth physical battle. Well, next week on HCAM, we are loaded with Hiller sports. Just giving you a quick look at the schedule here. On Monday, October 2nd, we'll have boys soccer at 5:30 p.m. taking on Bishop Thean. And also that night, girls volleyball at 6:30 against Norton. Then on Tuesday, more boys soccer as they host Millis at 4 p.m. Then on Wednesday, October 4th, field hockey battles King Philip at 5:30. That should be a good battle. And then Thursday, we'll have our next girls soccer broadcast at 4 p.m. as they take on Bellingham. And then we have Thursday night Hiller football, a 7 p.m. kickoff against Medfield. And then on Friday, October 6th, we got Unified Basketball, their second home game of the season as they take on Norton, and field hockey at 5:30 as they host Natick. So a loaded Hiller sports schedule live on HCAM next week. And of course, to find the streaming links and all the schedule information, you can head over to hcam.tv, where we update our broadcast schedule on a weekly basis. But we are just about ready for the second half of this game between the Hopkinton Hillers and the Medway Mustangs. And Peter, it should be interesting to see what adjustments Coach Skiba makes.
Yeah, it's kind of now or never. First 10 minutes are going to define what happens for the rest of it, I think, too, because after that, you know, both teams are going to start to run out of gas, right? Both teams played a game on Tuesday. Both teams played a tough game on Tuesday. Both teams got win on Tuesday. So, you know, this next 10 minutes, absolutely critical. The Hillers have got to get off to a good start. It looks like Coach went back with his starting lineup. So you have Tedstone out there at the forward spot, and you have Marin O'Connor at the right midfield. Recupero rejoins the action as well.
Hillers working left to right across your screen in their green jerseys for the second half. And we are underway. Sophia along the near side sends it up. Ratsos. Nina. Gets it over. You mentioned earlier, Peter, Medway doing a good job defending the middle. The Hillers going to have to find a way in from the sides.
Yep, they really are. They're going to have to find a way to break down that attack because Medway has been their backs have been very, very strong, surprisingly strong. This Medway team is not playing like a team that has won only 2 games this year. They're playing like a team that is sitting undefeated.
Right. Nina sends it back. Ratsos. Tom Nappy, Peter Thomas. Happy to be on the call with you. Joe Frackleton on camera. Here for this TVL battle, and it's been a battle. Here comes Alex Clark. Sends it up, and wrapped up by the keeper, Priya Bedard.
So that play that Alex Clark just ran is exactly what Coach Skiba had asked the girls to do before the game. See if you could lob the ball in behind their defenders. So that's happened twice in the game, and our forwards have failed to convert it, but let's see if they keep going back to that attack.
Here's DuPont with the cross. Georgie. Oh. Well defended. Nina. Sends it up, deflected back. Sends it over to Recupero. Or correction, that was McCann. Georgie getting tripped up, staying with it. And we'll get a call here.
I don't see the call on that. She had the ball at her feet. She didn't touch it with her hand. She just stood up.
I don't know.
So
what
I'm
that
not
call's
sure
about.
what that guy was seeing.
Set to clear it away. Delaney Condon. Out of play it goes. Hiller throwing. Recupero. Up the far side. Medway looking for an attack. It's Sophia Zuganatis up against Miranda.
Smart decision by Sophia Zuganatis just to clear it out. Her defense was beat. She was the last one back, and what you do then is you kick it out just like that. Give your team time to reset. That was a very, very smart decision.
Copeland looking to send it into the box. Hillers quickly get it out along the far side. Tedstone. Cleared back over. Sophia getting in the way there. Nina. Airs it out looking for DuPont. Oh, a little too much in front of her.
Over the top again. I think if Joe had gotten to that, she might have been called offside, but that was the right idea, lobbing that ball in just like that.
Recupero. Sends it over. DuPont takes it, and it's wrapped up. Good shot there.
Good shot right on target from Joe DuPont. I like that. Madison won that ball in the air, brought it to her feet, saw Joe on the run. Joe created some space and then took a shot with her dominant foot. It was great.
You saw her chip it there. She was looking to go top shelf with that one.
Let's just keep doing more of that.
Sets up to Nina.
Good ball movement, girls.
Recupero, Georgie. That stingy Medway defense able to get it away. Hiller's still controlling the possession battle. McCann airs it out looking for Recupero. Oh, out of play.
Yep. Ella Ruggieri, the sophomore, did a good job against Madison Recupero there just to force her into the corner and get a goal kick out of it, win a goal kick. I tell you what, though, Madison gives them all fits, every one of them. They're doing everything they can just to keep her from getting the ball and being able to turn on it.
Victoria Bullard up the far side. Deflected out off of Medway. Nina sends it up. Recupero up top. Georgie, and over it goes. Or was that DuPont?
Yeah, Joe DuPont had that shot.
Blinded there by the
so
sun.
I think that might be the third or fourth shot for Joe. She really wants one today. So she's finding a reason to shoot it, and I like it a lot. While all the attention is focused on Madison and Georgie by Medway, Joe's finding those opportunities. That was just an unlucky bounce, unlucky handball there.
That's the thing about these 4 o'clock games, Peter. You got to battle that setting sun.
Indeed.
Along the near side. Sheedy sends it up. Out of play. Hiller ball. DuPont. Sets over by O'Connor. Recupero. Ooh, he's looking for Georgie there. O'Connor. DuPont. Looking for Recupero. Trying to burst through. There she goes.
Good
Into
physical
the
battle.
box and looking for the cross. Hiller's going to have a corner.
Yeah, do you see the physicality of that, though? The defense against Madison on that one. I mean, she's pushing, they're pushing. It was all clean. But you could see Medway hasn't forgotten their assignment.
Sends it into Nina. Nina rushing in. Takes it, deflected out in front. Georgie deflected, and somehow Medway able to keep it out.
Wow, that was a great corner kick. Great sequence for the Hillers.
That's as close as it gets without actually getting. Chase gets it away.
Yeah, that was a great sequence there. I love that little short corner kick and letting Nina just cut back and forth and bring it down the end line like that. Let's get a few more of those going. We'll see if they can convert.
Georgie looking for DuPont. A little too much.
My goodness, how did that not go in, Tom?
I have no idea. Medway defenders, they stacked the front of the net. I guess we're just able to deflect it at the last possible millisecond. Arm handball. Hillers will have the free kick. Nina will take it. She'll send it back. Gratzos. Over to Nina. Nina to Georgie. They double team Georgie there. Sent back. There's Recupero. Sophia. O'Connor. Nina looking to scoot by. Was turned away by Benedetto. Some good back and forth battles here. It's getting physical out there, Peter.
Yeah, it is. Look at that. 1, 2. Two defenders. Nice ball.
Chip towards Maddie. Recupero. Along the end line. Sends it in front and deflected out. DuPont.
Okay, so.
Hillers giving everything, giving Medway everything they can handle.
Yeah, another inline move like that. Just not converted yet. Our strikers have got to anticipate that Madison is going to make that run.
Sophia into the box. O'Connor.
You could see that the Hillers had a little pep talk at the half because the ball has pretty much been in our attacking zone the entire the first 10 minutes here.
Sent up by Ted Stone. Georgie.
Good rotation. There's Joe.
O'Connor was looking to slip it through. Nicely defended by Copeland.
You know what I'm also hearing is the Hiller bench come alive a little bit. I can hear them cheering for each other and really trying to get their team pumped up.
10.5 minutes into action here, the second half. Hillers putting the pressure on. Out in front, O'Connor. Back to O'Connor goes Ted Stone, and she'll air it out, and it's wrapped up. Here, Coach Skiba saying, be aggressive, go for the ball.
Yeah, he was saying that to Marin. He said that she was maybe just being a little timid there, and he's trying to encourage her. Take those opportunities when you have them.
Back and forth we go along the far side. Sent up by Ted Stone. DuPont. O'Connor.
What did he say? Be aggressive, and look what she just did.
Sends it over. Oh, swing and a miss there by Ted Stone, but Recupero able to get a grasp on it, driving in. Sends it out.
What an awesome pass that was. Georgie wasn't even expecting it.
Nina.
That was such a tight pass. Georgie was like, wait, how did that get here?
Talk about threading the needle. Set up by Sophia. Ted Stone gets a piece of it. Georgie now trying to sneak through two defenders on the far side. Out in front, Georgie. Cleared away by Tompkins, the captain.
I'm going to tell you something. Medway adjusted their defensive posture this game. They have thus far played teams with more of a zone defense in the box. And tonight they are doing nothing but man marking. They are on Georgie, and Joe DuPont will not let them turn.
It might turn around their whole season. They play like this every game. O'Connor. Sophia. Crosses it. Cleared away by Sheedy.
The problem is the Hillers have too many weapons. I mean, you can take two of them out, but there's two more that'll come right behind and score. So I feel confident here. I know you don't like to make predictions, Tom, but I still feel like we're going to get one here. Going to open the game up.
It's been a wild one. And we have an injured player out there, injured Medway Mustang. And she is back up, so we'll keep things here.
Number 7, Rosie Benedetto, the junior.
She's played well this game.
Yep.
Talented player from Medway. Coming in for her is going to be Molly Johnson. If I recall correctly, I believe Rosie Benedetto and Molly Johnson are both on the Medway basketball team.
Yeah, Rosie Benedetto taking a slow walk off the field here. Looks like she got a little bit banged up out there.
On the far side, Recupero. What do we have, a false start? False start. 5 yards. On the drop. Taken away by Medway. Sent back down by Alex Clark. Along the near side, O'Connor trying to battle it out. Keeps it in for the moment. Slips by a defender. Sends it across. No one there. Sophia sends it down. Here's Recupero. Sends it over. Tedstone. Cleared away. And some good back and forth.
I just feel that it is still just a matter of time. The Hillers are just knocking on the door.
I'll tell you, they're keeping it in the attack zone.
Yep, they are.
Out in front of DuPont. Oh! DuPont gets a leg on it, and it's just wrapped up along the end line.
And somehow goalkeeper Priya Bedard kept it in. It looked like it was going to be that she was carrying it out of bounds from my angle, but the referee was right there.
The line there.
Indeed.
Oof. And slipping up there was O'Connor. Medway looking to clear their zone. It's been a while. Free kick, Medway.
Coming back from an offside position was number 5, Ava Miranda.
I stand incorrected. Hiller ball. Approaching 25 minutes left to go in what has been a very entertaining battle in this cross TVL matchup. Sophia airs it out. Scoreless game so far. Hillers looking to change that here.
Nice pass, nice overlap.
Sends it up, Recupero.
2 on her.
2 defenders there.
Just collapsing.
Yep.
Do you see how quickly they collapsed, Tom? That was impressive defense coming late in the game from Medway.
Throwing for the Hillers. Batted back out by Medway. They'll do it again.
I think Medway is one of the best conditioned teams we've seen. I mean, their fitness is good. They are continuing to stay physical and quick.
Into the box. DuPont sends it out. Nina. Sent up. Brazos finds O'Connor. Nice move there, but sent away.
The problem is here the Hillers don't have enough width. Marin O'Connor and Madison Recupero are playing between the hash marks on the field. They need to be playing to the touchline. All right, so everything is jammed up in the middle right now, and that's not allowing them to get the spacing they need to operate. See, Marin is inside the hash mark there. She needs to be out near the touchline.
Georgie. What was that about?
A handball, quick little handball off of Marin's hand as she tried to collect it. Just an unfortunate bounce.
Sent up the middle. Ronsos. Over to Alex Clark. She'll send it away up the far side. Sent down by Ted Stone off of Georgie. Recupero. Recupero. Sends it out. Georgie takes it. Deflected and picked up.
Right idea. See a couple of times. You've seen that correction there. You got Madison coming down to the corner. I'm assuming that was an adjustment they made at halftime. You got Madison going down to the corner and trying to bring it back into the top. It's down 3 times. We just haven't converted yet. We got to keep doing that though. It's the right play.
Can with the header. Sent to Chase. Nicely batted up the far sideline. Recupero. Knocked out of play. Hiller throwing.
Fatini Gronsos coming in for Nicole Tedstone.
Kilcarney as well.
Yeah, good shifts for Tedstone and O'Connor.
I think Myron O'Connor's ball handling has come a long way.
Yeah, it sure has. She's done a great job out there tonight. I mean, she's created some space. She's created some opportunities. She'll probably see some more minutes here toward the end of the game.
Recupero into Hiller territory. Ratsos back to Chase. Airs it out along the near side, looking for Kilcarney. Sophia. And a play. Throw in Medway. Ellie Copeland will take it. Recupero winning that battle. Anaga. Deflected back.
Uh-oh.
Slipping through. Looking for the shot. Grazos able to clear it away.
Yep.
As Caitlin Monero was approaching.
Good bailout for Juliana. That was an uncharacteristic giveaway in the middle of the field for our defense.
Into the box. Shot and wrapped up by Chase. That shot was by the captain, Ari Keeney. Good hang time. DuPont. Oh, little push there. Sophia. Nina.
Well done. Good rotation into the middle. Nice move, Madison.
Recupero. Sends it up. Anaga. Kilcarney looking for DuPont. Can she keep it in? Just along the corner. Somehow able to keep that in. Cleared away.
Little too cute with the ball there, Sophia. Gonna just collect it and make a safe play.
Nina up to Recupero. Long shot, and it's picked up.
Yeah, she's pumping her fist in frustration right now because she hit 2 of those from distance Tuesday night. She just can't get the daylight to get the shot off, and she is frustrated.
Just want a little more height on that one. Sent back to Chase. Grazos.
Yeah, number 4, Caitlin Monero, for the forward for Medway, is creating all kinds of problems back there for the Hiller defense right now.
Recupero to McCann along the far side. Fotini. Georgie sends it up. DuPont. Oh, into the goaltender. Live ball. DuPont off the post. Wow.
Off the woodwork, Tom. DuPont looking. She just can't buy a goal right now. She is so desperate for it. My goodness. The sliding goalkeeper. She evades her. A defender comes in. She puts it on frame, and it just hits the post. Oh.
I don't know how much closer you can actually get without scoring.
Keep at it, Joe. That's all I'd say. Keep at it. It's going to happen.
Nina on the corner. In play. Nina, Recupero. Back to Nina. Into the box, wrapped up.
Not enough movement for the Hillers there. I mean, Nina's standing there going, okay, what am I going to do here? Somebody move. Nobody's moving. They're all calling for the ball but not moving, so she just takes a shot. And
17 and a half minutes left. We remain scoreless.
Another great win for Ashley McCann out there on the defense. you can hear the head coach of Medway complaining that she put her two hands on her back, but I felt like it was clean.
Georgie sends it over. Recupero. Back to Nina. Here comes Alex Clark.
Look how far up Alex Clark is right now.
Recupero.
That's our center defender.
Chips it into the box, and it's wrapped up just before DuPont could get there.
Medway is in a bend, don't break defensive strategy right now. I don't know how long they can hold out.
So far, so good for Medway.
Yeah. Yep, they're 24 minutes in, and there's still.
I'd say even if they come up with a tie in this, that's a win for Medway.
A tie is a win for Medway. That is a fact.
And we're going to get probably a well-needed timeout. I'm tired just watching them out there. 16:22 left in this action-packed game between the Hopkinton Hillers and the Medway Mustangs. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. $16:22 left to go here in this absolute battle between the Hopkinton Hillers and the Medway Mustangs. The Hillers, they have almost completely controlled the possession game in this second half. Medway's had a couple opportunities, but for the most part it's been in Hillers' control, and they've had some impressive shots and some impressive opportunities in the box. But We've had one off the post, one off the crossbar, and sometimes you need a little luck on your side as well.
I just want Joe DuPont to not get discouraged, keep shooting. It's going to happen. But yeah, the Hillers have really dominated this second half from a possession standpoint. And Medway is hanging on by the skin of their teeth right now.
It's going Medway's way. And one official outrules the other. Hiller ball.
I think they got a little encouragement from the fans out here, reminding them that it's Hiller ball.
Off the throw-in. Sophia sends it back. Gratzos.
Look at that late chip there. Late shot that Juliana just took from number 4, Caitlin Monero.
Nina. Long shot there by Alex Clark.
That was a bit optimistic, but I don't mind it from a defender every now and again. She sure did. Marin O'Connor back in for Oniga Carney, who did a great shift out there. I thought Oniga controlled it well, made some good passes while she was out there.
It's been a great team effort, no doubt, especially winning that possession battle as much as they have.
But if the Hillers want to go deep into the state tournament, and I know they do, they've got to show that they can close a game out. All right, 14 minutes left. They've got their work cut out for them. This team has played them very well. They need to just close the game out like the pros that they are.
They had a play along the far side. Some words of encouragement from Peter Thomas.
I don't think they're listening, but, you know, that's just my take on it.
They'll play that in the locker room, I'm sure.
Go out and get one for the Gipper.
Nina sends it up. DuPont, nice move there. Shipped up the sideline, still in play. And now out. Medway throwing. And intercepted by O'Connor. DuPont. DuPont's had quite the game.
She's been everywhere.
She's really controlled that
just
near
like
side.
the Algonquin game. She's been absolutely everywhere on the field.
McCann. Leaves it back for Nina. Back up to McCann. Deflected back to Nina. Gonna air it out. Top of the box. Back and forth we go. O'Connor over to Nina. Garazos.
Great passing.
Nina. I'll tell you one thing, Peter. I don't think I've ever seen such an entertaining scoreless game.
Yeah, I mean, the combination of the physicality and the, just the relentless attack that the Hillers are putting on right now does definitely keep your attention.
McCann up the far sideline to Georgie.
Now look at Marin wide open. There she is.
Chip it to O'Connor. Nina. In the air goes Sophia. Maddie back. Here's Ashley Clark. Alex Clark, excuse me.
Boy, they're letting her just dribble straight in, weren't they?
Georgie tripped up. That probably could have used the call.
What
Recupero
a
into the box.
pass!
The pot! Oh, couldn't get under it. But was it touched?
Another stunning, difficult pass from Madison Recupero to Joe DuPont. Just threaded the needle on that one.
I think DuPont was so shocked about the pass that she didn't expect it.
Yeah, nor did the goalkeeper, who wasn't able to collect it, resulting in a corner kick. Yet another corner kick for the Hillers, which has to be at least their 8th or 9th of the game. I lost track.
I'm going to say 9. Nina. The 9th time is a charm. Perhaps. Into the box.
It's got to get a little more air on that.
Out of play. Hiller ball. Medway trying to clear the zone. Hillers say not so fast. O'Connor leaves it for Sophia. DuPont. Back towards Sophia. Zuganatas sends it over. Here's Alex Clark. Moves it towards Nina. Takes it just wide.
Good shot by Nina Zuganatas, just a little bit to the right. Hillers, listen, you got to just keep shooting. One's going to go in.
Sophia Grisefa and Ava Miranda back into the game for Medway. 10.5 minutes left to go and counting. We remain scoreless. O'Connor sends it back, sent up by Sophia. Nina, over to Maddie. Recupero to Georgie. Sent back. Alex Clark. They have double-teamed Georgie all game long.
Yeah, they have. They just, Medway's done a really good job studying the film. They knew exactly how they wanted to play her, and it has worked thus far.
Oh, that should have been a call.
Yeah, Nina took a shot in the back on that one.
Nina. Recupero. Chips it. Georgie. Looking to get a little space.
2 defenders.
Takes it off
shot.
A defender. And cleared away. Throwing Hillers.
Good turning, good turning. Trying to create something out of nothing, Georgie Clark.
Garazos. Recupero leaves it behind for Nina. Airs it out into the box. Georgie! And goal!
Once again! Oh!
There it is!
It's a thriller all the way to the end. How did that happen? Because it was a great pass from Nina to Madison to Georgie and back to Madison, and then Madison finally popped it over the top, and they finally got that breakthrough they needed. Georgie pops it in with the outside of her right foot. That is all they needed. Now, the Hillers have got to close this game out strong. 8 minutes and 49 seconds left. Let's see him take it home, Tom.
That's Georgie's 7th goal of the season.
Another assist for Madison Recupero.
She now has 5. Here comes Medway. Game not over yet. Connor sends it back, Sophia. Now if you're the Hillers, though, keep your foot on the gas.
Absolutely. You cannot let Medway back into this game at this point. You know they're upset. You know they want to get back to it. That was a great pass, wasn't it? Right into the corner. Just a little out of reach. No, you know Medway, they're going to redouble their efforts right now because they made it through 70 minutes of this game and held the Hillers.
That's impressive.
It is impressive.
Well, however this game ends, I'm impressed by this Medway team, and they seem like a team that has some real good potential to turn their season around and rack up some wins.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can see the difference that Coach Ryan Elster is making in his first season. I mean, he's got these girls dialed in.
And, you know, there perhaps could have been an adjustment period having a new coach, and perhaps this game is when they have fully adjusted, or maybe it was that Dedham game, but in any case, perhaps they are better off as a team now that they have some experience working with their new coach, Ryan Elster.
Indeed.
Header by Clark, and a header along the far side by McCann. Medway looking for an attack. You better believe they're going to be ultra aggressive. Deflected. 7 minutes and counting left to go.
Nice poke by Marin O'Connor.
DuPont. O'Connor. Georgie.
Georgie took a shot on that. That should have been a foul.
That should have been a call. Out of play. The refs are letting them play out there, no doubt about that.
Yeah, they are. But that one from Megan Tompkins, I mean,
there's been a couple blatant shots, though, that you got to call.
Yeah, she's the captain of the team. She knows she's a very experienced player. She knows what she's doing. That one, she just got away with it. And I don't know how, because there's 2 guys in red shirts out there.
McCann sends it back. Clark. Air it out. Chase up to Granzos. O'Connor. Nice move.
Marin O'Connor's done good work on that right wing today, hasn't she, Tom?
Very good. Recupero.
Recupero took a stinger on that one, a late challenge. She seems to be walking it off, which is good, but looks like she got clipped in the ankle there by Tompkins again. Very physical player, Tompkins is.
And I think to compete with this Hiller team, you need to be physical. Georgie, back to Maddie. Sent up by Alex Clark. Look, and cleared away. Nice boot up the sideline there by Medway. It was, I believe, Lily Williamson. Chase over to Granzos. O'Connor. Sophia Zuganatis out of play. We have reached the final 5 minutes of what has been an epic cross-TVL clash. There's a little hold there. Out of play. Medway throw-in. Copeland on the entry. Medway's gotten a couple shots in this half, but not many opportunities in the attack zone. Will they get one here? Along the far side. She was out. Just in front of Ava Miranda.
Good D from Ashley McCann again. She hasn't given really anything up today. That left defense has been pretty solid, as has our center defense, of course.
Nice catch on the sideline by a spectator. Throw in Medway.
And we're getting down to the short strokes of this game, and you can tell that the Medway bench is frustrated.
Air ball wrapped up by Chase. And a Sheedy on that shot. Well, if you're the Hillers, you can't give in. Keep your foot on that gas pedal.
Nobody does that better than Joe DuPont. Just frustrating defenders, making them make mistakes.
Throw in Medway. DuPont sends it back. Gratzos. Over to Chase. McCann.
So just for our viewers at home, when you see the Hiller defense play like that, move the ball out of the back like that, you know, if you've watched any of these games, you know that that is something that they do that almost no other team does. The way they're passing it right there, the confidence that they have to possess the ball on the back line and not panic with it, that's what separates this team and makes them, hopefully in a couple minutes, a 9-0 team. Because they're able to control that at all three lines, defense, midfield, and forward. That's just really unique at this level.
Sophia on the entry. She'll cross it. Looking for Recupero. Takes it, deflected.
Looked like a handball to me.
Ooh.
Nice win by Fotini.
It was just kept in by the keeper. McCann. And out of play goes.
Yeah, Ella Ruggieri might have gotten away with a handball in the box there.
Final moments of this game. Hillers clinging on to a 1-0 lead. The only goal came with about 8.5 minutes left by Georgie Clark. Recupero. Can the Hillers get win number 9? Georgie. Takes it! Deflected. Good save by the keeper.
Really good
Maria
save.
Bedard.
Yeah, that was a really good save, a really tough shot.
Tell Georgie wanted that one. Sophia on the entry. DuPont. Good box out. Sends it back. O'Connor.
Nice
into the box.
Nice vision for Marin O'Connor to see Madison Recupero slashing into the box.
Good boot by Coach Skiba.
You can see he's still got the skills after all these years.
Sophia on the entry. Grazzo sends it back. Alex Clark putting on the moves. Nina. Back to Gratzos. DuPont. Deflected out.
Well,
I think that was out on Medway, Peter.
yeah, I think so. Seems like we have a ball shortage here because now we have 2 over the fence. Wow, the ref did a nice little drop kick there, too. Looks like a former goalkeeper or something.
Sophia. Here's DuPont, back to Sophia. She'll send it back to Gratzos. They're going to make Medway pursue. Alex Clark airs it out. Header out of play, Medway. Hiller throwing. And that'll do it. The Hopkinton Hillers will pull it off and grab their 9th win in a row. They are a perfect 9-0-0. The goal came late, but certainly better late than never. And what an impressive win by the Hillers. And I can't say enough good things about Medway as well. They held strong, and this was quite a contest between these two teams.
It really was. I think, ultimately it's funny because it came down to the play where the Hillers actually scored was exactly what Coach Skiba said was the key to the game is let's get a ball in through the top, right, over that back defensive line. And that finally worked. Madison was able to drop that in. It fell to Georgie's feet, and she was able to put one right in the goal. And boy, that was an incredibly entertaining game between these two teams. And I like I said, I think you made the point well where you said Medway, boy, did they play well today against a very difficult team to beat. I can't say enough about them. I mean, hats off to Medway. I know they're feeling probably a little deflated right now because they hung on a long time in that game, but they should walk away from this with their head up. They did a great job today.
Well, I think this was a statement by Medway as they played the top team, and you could argue perhaps the state, but certainly the TVL, and gave them all they could handle. So look out for this Medway team. I think they have a chance to turn things around, especially if this game is a sign of things to come.
And one more point. With this win, the Hillers are now guaranteed a berth in the state tournament.
That's right. They have clinched a playoff spot with their 9th win, and probably the first team in the state to actually clinch a playoff spot. So impressive stuff by the Hopkinton Hillers. And, hey, they're not all going to come easy, but the important thing is you get the W. Great win by the Hillers. Peter, any final thoughts before we wrap up?
Well, next week is exciting. The Hillers go out on Tuesday to face Millis, and then they're visiting Millis, and then Thursday we're back here, Tom, for a game against, remind me, Bellingham, where we hope to see both Steph Johnson and Brooke Birtwhistle back into the lineup. They're on a roll, man. They just keep rolling.
They absolutely do, and they'll be rolling on to next week and hopefully rolling through it. And we'll find out Thursday if they can stay undefeated for next week as well. But that's going to do it from the Hopkinton High School turf fields today. The final score for the final time. The Hopkinton Hillers score with 8 minutes, 49 seconds left to go, courtesy of Georgie Clark with her 6th goal of the season. And they are able to take the 1-0 win against Medway and clinch a playoff spot as well as improve to 9-0-0. For Joe Frackleton on camera, my broadcast partner Peter Thomas, I'm Tom Nappy. We thank you for watching Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.